All right. Well, before this season starts, now that we've done the one boring thing of the scouts, we do still have our goals for the season, but we also still have the issue of captaincy. Sean Monahan is gone and has not returned, which means it is time to name a new captain. And contrary to this game's opinion that it should be Zach Werenski, it will not be Zach Werenski. No, sir. Your new captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets is Caden Lindstrom. You probably should have seen it coming that it was going to be Caden Lindstrom. We have a history with Caden Lindstrom in terms of franchise modes. I was going to have it be Hunter McCown for the memes, but that works out pretty well. Let's see what we can do for goals for the season. Mark Jankowski robbed, right? Spencer Knight. Spencer Knight. I'll Texas drunk. Spencer Knight, your goal for this season, should you even stay here, is going to be to win the George Vezina. The Vezina. The Vizina. The George Vezina Trophy, brought to you by Visine. And then Mr. Ravensbagen. Was it Goon Squad 3? It was technically Goon Squad 4. I've lost track of the gooning. When you goon that hard, you lose track of how often you goon. Squad. Defensively, Zach Werenski. You already know, buddy. You already know. Your goal for the season is not going to be to win the fucking Norris, because it's not going to happen. I've given up at this point. 40 assists plus 25. 40 assists should be possible for Zach Werenski. So let's see if he can hit that target. Simon Nemec. Shimon. Old Simon. Your goal for the season. None of those seem likely. None of those seem likely. Your goal for the season, plus 25. I mean, you're playing with Zach Werenski. You guys should be one of the better pairings in the NHL, you know? Kimmo Kaupanen. Your goal is to finally be willing to be a two-way. Granted, I should probably wait until the adaptability is done, but whatever. Are you willing to be a two-way? No, you are not. Your goal for the season, because you're still going to be listed as a defenseman, is going to be to average a block per game. There you go, Chemo. Have fun. Have fun. Daniel Goudreau was turning into a very solid player for us. Daniel. Your goal for the year. 30 assists should be possible. You can do that. Right? You'll probably have some power play time. Come on now. Come on. Ryan O'Rourke, your goal is to punch people in the fucking mouth. That is your goal. Play style. Not willing to change from a two-way. Your goal for the season is to punch people in the mouth, a.k.a. because we can't set a hit target, it's going to be to block shots. You get out there and you put your body on the line for this team, because I'm paying you $9 million. Xavier Villeneuve. What the hell are we going to do for Xavier? OFD just doesn't quite fit anymore. Is he willing to be a two-way? Play style? Two-way? Nope. Your goal for the season, then. Can we do a short term? 10 goals, 15 assists in the first half. Those aren't likely to happen, are they? Your goal for the season, Xavier. Plus 15. Probably unlikely, but we can try. Tiebreaker, what's up? Spent all day drinking and beating the first 3 Gears of War games with my best. That's awesome. God, memory is mana playing through Gears. Good times. Gears 2 is still peak. I don't care what anybody says. Gears 2 is still peak. Let's see. Your goal for the season, Mr. Morelli. I'm not going to have one for you because I can't set the goal. Anything else? Gears 2 kicks ass. So you said you spent all day. I could have spent all day playing Horde mode on Jacinto, and oh my god. Let's go. Let's see. In the system, in terms of player types, Friedman I don't care about. Clefbaum as a two-way. That's still fitting. That's fine. Defensive defenseman for roll-off. Fair. Terrell as a two-way. Fair. Desharnais, I don't care. Beekoff as a two-way is fair. Walker, I don't care. Grachev. Defensive defenseman, whatever. He is absolute trash. Mr. Wah. Caleb Wah. We still want you to be a top-notch sniper, buddy. That is the goal. Your goal for the season after winning the Calder last year. X Factor. 30 goals to get Schneip. Let's do it. Let's go, Caleb. Brady just scored 60 after I traded him for you. Harvey Shields, still going to be a playmaker. So your goal for the season is quite clear. Get a shitload of assists. That is the goal. 40 assists to get silver third eye. Let's go. Let's go, Harvey. Schoenmakers. We're already trying to move you over to center. You are technically going to be in the running for the Calder this year. Technically. Let's go for it. Let's see if he can win the Calder this year. I'm here for it. It'd be a big boost to Amir Schoenmakers. Also, Justin Poirier is going to be in the running for the Calder, right? Because he's not old enough to be disqualified. Award challenge? Fuck it. Justin Poirier. Let's see if you can win the Calder, buddy. And then Hunter McCown. You don't really have a goal. I guess we'll do the shot blocking one. Dude, he's 29 already. Hunter, you old man. You old man. Block some shots, Hunter. Put your body on the line for this team. In a most sense of ashes, what's it like to win as a sports fan? It's the best. When your team wins, it's the best. Even if they keep winning, it's still the best. Nick Crooks, playmaker, fair. Flugensch, playmaker, no. You're D'Lo Brown. Probably a two-way. Like a shot, the accuracy is not good enough. Can we change Karlish to a two-way if I can hit the right button? We want you to make the team this season. Make the NHL to start the year. Yeah, that's not going to happen. New topic. Karlish, will you be willing to be a two-way? He's going to try. All right, Mr. Flugensch. There you go. There you go. Zahevsky. Two-way. Yeah, I mean, you can maybe start to argue like playmaker or sniper, but he's 24. Two-way's fine. And then Lees, we didn't end up signing because he's in junior with London. Caden Lindstrom, are you fine? Well, you know what? I say, are you finally willing to become a center? Now I don't even need you to be a center. The time has passed, Caden. You missed the window. And you're probably not going to win the Selkie as a winger. Vernon, what's going on, by the way? Honestly, I mean, we could try to change him back to a power forward, but two-way is still pretty damn good. So your goal for the season, Caden, is going to be... Again, the Selkie would still be great. I just don't think he's going to win it, but let's try it. He's got the defensive awareness. It should be possible. It should be. Gunderson. Christian Gunderson. We still need you to figure out how to be an elite sniper. Please. Please, please, please. X Factor Challenge, Vernon. I know it's beautiful, isn't it? 30 goals, Christian. 30 goals. Get it done. Do it. Want it, need it, get it, got it, good. Jankowski, you don't have a goal for the year because who gives a shit? You're literally just a depth player on the team. McLeod. Try to have him block shots, I guess. It's really like the only goal he can have for the season. Stat challenge. Plus 15. Yeah, just block shots. Just block shots, Xavier, and we'll see what you can do. In the system, Galyanov. Still listed as a playmaker, which is fair. Yeah, we don't really have anything to change there. Vernon, it's been good so far, man. It's not perfect, but this game's been pretty good so far. Gaspar's still best as a grinder. Franklin DeMaio was the guy who can't skate worth a damn. He's never going to be a super high-end playmaker. If I could change him to a two-way, he might have a chance to make the fourth line in the future. Are you willing to become a two-way? No. Well, we tried. We tried, but you cannot make the horse drink a water, I believe is the old saying. Bear Pogge, listed as a two-way. Sure. Also, Bear, can we get you to play right wing full time so you're on your strong side? Please. Please, Mr. Pogge. Are you willing to go to the right side? Nope. Random question. If the NHL ends up expanding again, name the top 4 cities. Houston, Kansas City, Quebec City, and bring back the Whalers. It won't be Hartford. Glendale. Yeah, honestly, get another team in Arizona. Do it. Elliot Young. Two ways, fine. Ricci. Power forward. Yeah, there's no shot you're ever going to be a power forward. Let's try to change to a grinder. Portland. Portland would be interesting, but honestly, it might be market saturation at that point since you have Vancouver and Seattle. I'd be down for it. The idea of having, Pacific Northwest and then Vancouver, just like, I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. That'd be fun. That'd be pretty damn sweet, actually. All right, Ricci's not willing to become a grinder. Of course not. Boise. And then Kent Johnson. Kent. Your goal for the season, Kent, is to be the elite playmaker I've dreamed of you being for a long, long time. 60 assists to get gold third eye. Let's go, Kent. Boise has to play on blue ice. That'd be awesome. Caleb Cross. The hell is your goal for the season going to be? Quinn, yeah, it's just below Washington State. Old state of Oregon. Cross. 750 face-off wins might be possible. Maybe. Let's try it. Jorgensen, your goal is to win the Calder. Season goal. Long term. Let's win the Calder, buddy. We want back-to-back Calder winners. We got a couple of guys on this roster that might be able to do it. And then Pavel Gonchar, you are not going to win the Calder. I can pretty much guarantee you that. But your goal is to play well enough that I don't immediately send you down. So, over-under amount of games until Kent gets traded again, like 12.5, man. All right. Engren, you are a trash bag, basically, but your player type's fine. Marjamaki. Playmaker is fair? You could honestly argue two-way. Yeah, maybe we go two-way. See if he's willing to change. Play style. No, he's not willing to change. If they were to do a new team in Arizona, I'd assume it's going to be Tucson, maybe Glendale. I mean, again, there was a reason like Glendale was never a good idea in the first place. If they're going to do a team, again, it would have to be like Tempe or Scottsdale. If not, downtown Phoenix. But again, that would pretty much be dependent on the Suns owner being willing to be like, yeah, finally, we'll take a hockey team as well. And that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. That didn't happen with the old ownership group of the Phoenix Suns. That has not happened with the new ownership group of the Phoenix Suns. So that continues to be a bit of an issue. Last thing we need to establish here really quickly. The 32 custom league. Altex, I have done that actually in the past. Yeah. It's fun to come up with a fully custom team. All right, so let's see. We got Lindstrom, Johnson, and Waugh. Gunderson and Villeneuve, huh? Jorgensen, Schoenmacher, Poirier? Or do we do Werenski, Nemec, Kaupinen, Gaudreau? I think maybe we do the defense. So let's get Gunderson out of there for Zach Werenski. And let's go with Simon Nemec. So get Nemec on the other side. Get Waugh set up in the middle. All right, your distributor, Ken Johnson. Your finisher is Waugh. Lindstrom, the puck carrier. Faceoff says Lindstrom. That's fine. Cool. The second PP has Cross, Shields, and we need Gunderson. And then on defense, we roll with Kaupinen and Gaudreau. Gaudreau on the other side. Cross down low. That works. Distributor Shields, finisher Gunderson. Face-offs. Shields can take face-offs, so that's fine too. All right, I think we're good. I am not expecting us to be particularly amazing this season, if we're being honest with ourselves. But you never know. You never know. Like right now, we're trying to kind of take it slow and steady again with player development because trying to shortcut our way to the finals didn't quite work. We have Nashville and Seattle's first rounders again this year. We have quite a few second and thirds as well. So we'll be able to make plays involving draft picks if need be. We have our meeting with Jamie Benn, again, instead of the goalie improvement because we have Spencer Knight. Season goal. Jamie thinks we can compete for the cup. Okay. Jamie, I gotta be, you know what? You know what? Trying to walk through. Shout out for the follow, by the way. You know what, Jamie? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go. If you think we can do it, then damn it, I think we can do it. Because you would know about winning Stanley Cups, Jamie Benn. Anyway, our preseason goal is going to be the 5-on-5 focus for the awareness and the puck control boosts, as opposed to the goalie boosts. So there we go. There we go. That works for me. He made one cup final. He did. He sure did. He sure did. That counts for something. Does it? Does it, though? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it does. All right. Let's see. How will we do this season with Spencer Knight in goal as a temporary stopgap? I'm intrigued. Need to get Jamie an enforcer. Hunter McCown. We got him, baby. It's Hunter McCown. Fucking Hunter McCown. Yeah, at least we didn't start the season 1-7 yet. I mean, granted, we've only played 2 games, so give it time. Give it time. I mean, you think about it, like, we do have a significantly improved team compared to what we started last year with. You know, 4th line's a bit weak. Schoenmaker is going to be out for a couple of days with back spasms. The old spasms of the back. We also lose Xavier Villeneuve to injury. We know the injuries are going to kick in. They always do. 4-1-2 to start the year, though. What happened to Dag? We lost him on offer sheet. Nashville gave us 4 first-round picks for him. So he had a .914 save percentage with them last year, so he was good but not insane. All right. Oh, also Kent Johnson's back again. You would have missed that, too. Dude, Nemec is up to a 9. Jesus! So Werenski is back up to a 92. Nemec is up to a 90. Fucking O'Rourke hit top 4 again. Those fucking awareness boosts are no joke. Waz up to a 90. Cross has developed silver quick draw. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. Okay. I like what I'm seeing. I like it. Now we just need the boys to stay healthy, which we know how that goes. And of course, it means if we had like an A+ coach, we'd definitely make the playoffs. But we need Jankowski out for Schoenmakers. See if he ends up becoming a center. If not, we'll have to potentially make some more changes, as we have talked about. Karlish Flugensch. What's up, Karlish? He is not going to become a 2-way. You're an asshole. That's my response. You've let down all of Latvia. Schoenmakers, will you become a center? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Mir Schoenmakers, now a center. The Canucks actually just won the Stanley Cup last year. Yeah. Won this franchise. They have indeed won. Jorgensen left wing. Okay. 3rd line's looking good. 3rd line's looking good. I'll take that. That worked out really well. Brent Roloff's healthy, so that should give us even more chemistry for the 3rd line. Still hovering around 500, though. I blame Jamie Benn, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I blame Jamie Benn, but I'm not going to do a damn thing. I don't think the Oilers have won a cup in this timeline, though. So that's why Connor should leave Edmonton. Go to a real team that doesn't have a horrible person as their GM. That's right, I said it. I said it. All right, still dealing with injuries here. As of December 1st, we are at 10-9-2. Not the worst record in the world. Let's take a look at the team here and how we're doing so far. Dude, if Connor McDavid goes to Boston, I will get a tattoo of Endo. If Connor McDavid were to sign with the Boston Bruins, I would get a tattoo of Endo's face. I'm not even kidding. I'd be so fucking happy. Oh, man. Caden Lindstrom, 15 points in 21 games. Not too bad. Fucking A, Kent! How do you have 7 points? Waz 8 and 6. Dude, Kent has 7 points! Oh, you're broken. You're so bad. You're so bad. Fuck. Fuck. Well, then who the hell is the playmaker going to be for the top line? Fucking Jorgensen? Like, maybe we do that instead and trade Kent Johnson? Do I have an AHL playmaker that can play? I do. I got, like, Galyanov. Kent, you got a little bit more time, buddy, but I have an off-ramp coming up here. And you might get thrown out of the car and left to walk the off-ramp. Probably doesn't help that we've had Mark Jankowski playing right D because of injury, but also it's not negative chemistry. So, how's the goaltending been? 919 for so it's not the goaltending issue. It's not the goaltending issue at all. We've actually gotten really good goaltending. We just need Kent Johnson to get his shit together. He's got a month. He has 7 points at this point in the season. He needs to deliver. William Villanove's been injured as well. That's our third right defenseman who is currently hurt. So we're going to call up Friedman, Desharnais, and Walker. All the veterans. Kent will never produce for us. He doesn't produce for anybody. He's broken. I hate it. I hate it so. All right, so Jankowski out for Marty Friedman. It's Mark Friedman. That's fine. And then Vinny Desharnais. Maybe not. Sean Walker. Vinny Desharnais. It's a -1 no matter what. And then AHL. Have fun rebuilding the entire right-hand side. Shoosh. All right, Kent, for the love of God. You had 7 points. 7. We need you to deliver. We need you. Villeneuve is... All right, we did end up trading Dayton. Yeah, he ended up getting cut off by Kauppanen in terms of like being able to play a higher role. It was just never going to happen. So... it's a crew. Oops. Let's get Villeneuve back in there. Play him over to Friedman. Marty Friedman. Shh. Sinifer. What's that? Sinifer. That's youtube.com/Sin for the Win Productions. CYN. FTW Productions. Productions. So, well, Nemec is healthy. Thank God. God, we have so many defensemen on this roster now. Holy shit. Send down all the dudes back to the AHL. Marty Friedman. Already tied NHL 24 records for Stanley Cup wins. Well, you know. Well, you know. Oh, Endo, because he steals from me. I'm the content god, but other people steal from me. You know? With 1. Sin, you didn't win a single cup last year? I think you said that before, but that just still doesn't register, you know? You didn't win a single cup in 24? Trash. You're trash. Yeah, Quinn's a tough spot to be in, right? It is, it is. Let's see. Title. I got you. It was by double shifting McDavid and Draisaitl. Fair enough. Like Oilers GMs before you. All right. Moment of truth for Kent. Do you have more than 7 points, Kent? Caden Lindstrom, 30. Kent had 9 points last month. Bye, Kent. Bye, Kent. Juan, 14 and 10. 13 and 19 for Gunderson. Harvey Shields has had a pretty bad year. That fourth line isn't exactly clicking either. Okay. Well, I am tired of Kent. That has been decided. Kent's gone. And we'll probably try something different for the fourth line, but there really isn't even that much different to try. So maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just leave those guys there and let them try to get better. But yeah, Kent's gone, dude. I'm not doing this with him. He's gone. He is gone. Oh no, we reacquired Kent, and now I'm trading him again because he cannot put up points. Broken. And not in a good way. He's the worst kind of franchise broken. He doesn't do anything. All right, Kent, let's find out where the hell you're going. Let's see if we can find anybody. And I am tired of Kent Johnson not being able to put up points next to Caden Lindstrom and a high franchise 20-year-old. Joe Veleno? Who is injured. Oh, Joe Veleno can put up assists as a two-way. That's actually not the worst contract in the world. However, he refuses to be traded here. Fuck. Shea Theodore's not going to work. Olin Zellweger we had before. Man, get like a prospect. Somebody once told me the world was macaroni. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Not a single medium elite prospect out there. I hate it here. I hate it. Yep, not a single medium elite. Mark Scheifele is out there, but he doesn't want to come here either. Alrighty. Who is the worst team in the league? Who is the worst team in the league? Technically, I could have looked from the other side, but it's fine. I want the visual. Worst team in the league right now, the St. Louis Blues, and they have been trash for years and years and years and years. So St. Louis, we need to talk. We need to talk. I want your first round pick, and you want this trash bag. How the hell are they so bad with Gavin McKenna and Kapal? Caden, how are you guys that bad? I mean, I'll take Gavin McKenna off your hands. What do you think? That sounds like fun. There's no way I can afford to get Gavin McKenna here, by the way. Based off of Kent Johnson's trade value, there's just no shot. But it would be funny. It would be funny. Kent Johnson. Look at the value difference. There's no way. There's no way. Even if I were to use the Nashville and Seattle firsts. There's just no way. It would be way too expensive. But I would love to get St. Louis's first round pick this year. Even that is going to be too damn expensive. Shit. You have anybody with negative value? You do. Darren Radish making $6 million for the year. Let's go. I will gladly take on that Darren Radish contract if you give me your first round pick for Kent Johnson. And a little bit extra, unfortunately. But I am willing to do this. We got Nakamura, who's terrible. We got Chubarov, who's terrible. How's that sound? Still not enough. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Marjamaki's okay. Lee's is okay. The other two are bad. DeMaio doesn't have too much going on for him. Oh, I know, son. What about our own third round pick this year? Just a bit low. Okay, so Kent Johnson, a couple of nothing prospects, and a couple of low-end picks going to St. Louis. We're going to invest in their first round pick this year. Kent, goodbye. We are officially done with Kent Johnson forever. No more. No more Kent Johnson. And we are going to call up Galyanov. And we're going to give him an opportunity. So I think we're going to have to go best lines again anyway. So it's going to be Jorgensen, Lindstrom, Waugh, Gunderson, Cross, and Shields. We're going to take out Jankowski for Galyanov. He's going to be with Schoenmakers and Poirier, McLeod, Gonchar, McCown. So obviously the bottom six isn't overly impressive, but I'm not going to invest into the bottom six until the top six can prove that they can actually do something and that the team as a whole is worth investing in. Right? Right. We'll just go best lines down in the AHL. That is fine. 16, 15, and 4. Kent Johnson fails us again, but maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. What's our best finish for a season? We won close to, if not 50 games once upon a time. But yeah, we took an intentional step back over the last couple of years. I didn't really have the confidence in the core that we had, so we build it down, tear it down to build it back up, as they say. How's Werenski on assists? I got to be honest, I'm afraid to look because I don't think he'll be too good. He is not the Crooks. Give me a second here. Oh, and it's over. Spencer Knight, bruised hip. I mean, he is 30 now. He's an old man. We'll call up Comrie just because Jari, I'd have to fix the AHL lines. So, Mr. Ravensbagen. The Ravensbagen. You are going to be our starter. Eric Comrie will be the backup. 19, 18, and 5. 19, 18, and 5. Pavel Gonchar is 100%. For the record, the draft this year, since we have St. Louis's pick, no franchise player, but Nathaniel Moore, Jack Beckett, Alvin Goran, Laurent Boudreau, Sven Weinhandel. We'll see if anybody else ends up being decent enough. We'll see. Jorgensen strains his hamstring. That means we have first line left wing Mark Jankowski. Let's go. Best lines down in Cleveland. And that should bring us to the start of February. We were close. Old February of 2032. I'm closing in. I'm 40 years old at this point. A couple years off. Mr. Jorgensen is healthy. Wah is a 92 already. That is crazy. Jorgensen back in on the top line. Hopefully Shield stays healthy here. So 23, 22, and 5 as of February 1st. We are currently 21st in goals for per game, 18th in goals against, mid special teams across the board. We are currently 3 points out of a wild card spot with 4 games at hand on the Florida Panthers. So we are not out of the conversation when it comes to playoffs. If we look at Jorgensen's stats on the season, 6 and 7 with a -3. I don't like that he's a checking forward when he's supposed to be a playmaker. That's a bad sign. That is a bad sign. Caden Lindstrom, 12 and 31. Not horrific. As long as Caleb Wa's scoring goals, which he is, 20 and 14. You can tell he's still not an elite goal scorer yet, even though he's a fucking 92. It is true, though, he did develop wheels and edges, so he is a beast. Also, his 1T went gold. So 1T goes gold. He develops wheels and edges. He's a beast. Dude, he's got 96 defensive awareness, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. He could be an elite level 2-way. We're trying to make him a great sniper, but he could be an elite level 2-way. Damn. He'd be amazing to play. That's true. Gunderson. I'm going to change Gunderson to a playmaker. He's supposed to be an elite level sniper. He just won't. We have had numerous seasons of telling him to shoot the puck more. The shot pass still has to be low as shit. That is probably my biggest request. That is probably my biggest request for franchise mode right now. Give us a visual for the shot pass slider. Because Gunderson's had to have been at like a 13 or a 14. So low that there was no point in ever trying to get him to be an elite sniper. So low that a sniper probably shouldn't have generated with the... He probably shouldn't have been generated as a sniper in the first place, basically. Because the shot pass is way too low. Way too low. Caleb Cross, 19 and 12. That's not too bad for a 19-year-old. And then 11 and 29. So Shields is still proven to be a good playmaker. We just do not have that top goal scorer on that line. And it's because Gunderson just refuses to be that top goal scorer. Galliana. Oh, my. Well, kid, we gave you a chance. Sweet mother of God. That might be the worst stat line I've ever seen outside of a Draft of Glory. Jesus. That is impressive. 9 and 9 and a -3 for Schoenmakers. 8 and 12 and a -8 for Poirier. Fourth line with McLeod not doing particularly well. Same for Gonchar and Hunter McCown. So the bottom six is really struggling. So the question is, do we have enough faith in the top six to then be like, okay, let's invest in the bottom six? And I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to matter. Defensively, Werenski, 12 and 29 and a +6, says the voice nearly gave out. Nemec, 5 and 23. Dude, with Thunderclap, he still just doesn't score enough. 82 shots. He's shooting 6%. Kauppanen, 4 and 9 and a -7. So Kauppanen and Goodrow have not been working well here. And then fourth line, O'Rourke and Villeneuve have been fine. Villeneuve's put up some points. Comrie's actually been really good. Ravensbergen's been pretty bad. And then Spencer Knight, who was hurt, kind of mid. Damn. Okay. I still don't think this is the right year to invest in the team. I'm just not seeing it. We'll send down Darren Radish. We'll just stay loyal to Morelli. Poirier, we gave you your shot. I mean, 20 points in 50 games is actually like decent enough. He's not quite scoring goals like I need him to. Apparently, Darren Radish was incredibly popular in a short amount of time. Hunter McCown is a grinder. I mean, you're kind of doing your job of being terrible, but maybe you're a bit too terrible right now. Let's call up Zhevsky. Why not? Instead of signing somebody. Left wing side. We'll send down Jankowski for the moment. Cloud and Gallianoff. I need... Let's give Kaspar a chance. And down the middle... Do we have a two-way and another playmaker? Two-way for Engren. Playmaker for Marge. Honestly, I'm willing to just give people on roster a chance already. I really don't care. I really don't care, as silly as it is. Don't really care. I don't have too much hope for the season right now as it stands. So we are going to go Jorgensen, Schoenmakers, Poirier, which is what we had before, though, so maybe not. We'll have Cross and Lindstrom at center. Maybe we could fuck it. Top line center Marjamaki. Let's go. There it is. There it is. I'm good with this. Actually, you know what? Let's swap Schoenmakers and Cross. Just to try something different. I mean, Cross is playing relatively well. He'll still have power play time. But just to try something different. Like I said, I'm not willing to go out and invest to try and improve the team right now. I don't think it's worth it. We're not going to make it, you know? We're not going to make it. So. And then we'll go back to the AHL. We'll call up Jankowski. And he'll be the depth, and then we'll go best lines in the AHL. You notice how we didn't lose anybody on waivers either. So. All right. There we go. Better to invest in the draft. Yeah, I mean, again, there are certain players where it's just clear at this point. It's like Gunderson is just not going to be that top-level sniper. So we need to adjust and say, okay, Do we see him fitting a different role, or is it time to just move on from the guy because he's not going to be what we need him to be? I'm leaning towards the latter. The problem is a lot of teams are not looking to move top prospects, like prospect swap for prospect swap, let alone picks. So that makes it a little bit difficult. A little bit. But we're trying. We're trying. We do get Spencer Knight back from injury. We're still hovering around a playoff spot here, too. If we are in a playoff spot come trade deadline, then maybe we do try to pick up some fourth liners, improvement on third line with veterans, stuff like that. But it's pretty obvious we're going to have to rely on a wild card spot, which means, is it worth pushing for the sake of a wild card spot? I don't know the answer to that. All right, Jankowski, you've been a man of many roles, and I respect you. How was Marjamaki done on the top line so far? He's got 4 points in 7 games. He's supposed to be a playmaker, yet he scores goals. Figure that one out. We need to be able to see the shot pass slider. Desperately. Zach Werenski out with back spasms until just after the trade deadline, where we currently sit at 29, 25, and 6. 19th in goals for, 16th in goals against, power play 21st, PK 15th. We are 10 points back of the Rangers, so it would have to be a wild card spot in which we're 1 point back of Florida with 2 games at hand. So we are within striking distance of the postseason, but is this team worth giving up assets for to invest in? Caden Lindstrom, 14 goals, 44 assists. As a two-way playmaker, like, he's awesome. He's got 99 defensive and offensive awareness. He's so good. He's so good. I am trying like hell to turn him into a two-way center. He wasn't willing to do it. That's still probably for the best, though, is if we can get him to move to center. I think he's already said no, but let me try. Position. Change position. He just refuses. So he is going to be a winger. He just refuses. Juha Marjamaki, 3-2 through 10 games. He's honestly doing better than Kent Johnson was. That's insane. Wah, 27-20. Still putting up more assists than I'd prefer, but it is clear this guy has the potential to be that number 1 center. But he also has 98 fucking defensive awareness. Maybe we do just make... I mean, if Lindstrom can put up points while being a playmaker, how far behind is YouTube? A couple of seasons, at least, yeah. It is always pretty far behind, unfortunately. My YouTube at this point almost just acts as a way to be like, hey, if you can't watch the streams, it's up on YouTube. That's kind of what it is at this stage. Gonna Caden Lindstrom... Maybe we fucking change Wah to a two-way. And we can still tell him to shoot the puck more. But just to be like, hey, you're really fucking good at defense. I'm intrigued. Because he's already got the abilities. I just want to know if he'd be willing to switch at all. No, he's not. All right, I've become a top player with my current style. I mean, that's a good way to view it. Gunderson, 17-31. Again, he's more of a playmaker than a sniper. He is more of a playmaker than a sniper. Same thing for him. You could argue two-way. Or power forward. But he's not a sniper. He consistently puts up more assists than goals. With two ways on the top line. It'd be less than ideal. He does hit quite a bit. So you got Schoenmakers already as a two-way. He's got 10 and 15. Shields as a playmaker is definitely a playmaker, which is great. If we could combine... Well, then again, Lindstrom's acting as a playmaker, even though he's not. I wonder if he'd be willing to change to a playmaker. I mean, you put up a shitload of points. I can't move you to center for the purpose of having you winning Selkies. Nah, he's a two-way. He is a two-way. Okay. Is Shields willing to switch to center? Because the top line of Lindstrom, Shields, and Wah could be pretty damn good. Is Shields willing to switch to center? No. Okay. Damn. Cynical, yeah, it is. Again, him being a playmaker is fine, because he actually does put up points to that level. Can we at least teach him center? That'll be the goal in the future. I can't do it right now, though. So if Gunderson's going to be a playmaker, like, it's clear that Jorgensen could actually be a decent little playmaker, right? But since he's on the left, does that mean we just move Christian Gunderson out? I mean, Jorgensen's not quite ready to take over for him, but I mean, I guess their goal to assist ratio is pretty similar. Oh, I know Jorgensen can play center, but ideally we'd have him on the wing, especially as cover in case I got to get rid of Gunderson here. Schoenmakers can still be considered a right wing, but I think that right wing side with Watt and Shields is pretty good. Can I move Caleb Watt to center? It's risky either way. No. Okay. So at least we know then that Wa's a right wing. We need that top center, and it's not going to be Shields. It could be Caleb Cross, but he is proving to be a good goal scorer. Very much so. Like, he's stealing goals away from Gunderson. That's how disappointing Gunderson is. No denying he can be a power forward because of the physicality, but man, if you're scoring goals like that, I want to see if he's willing to be an outright sniper. Because we're going to probably have him paired with Shields for a long time, is what it's looking like. So is Caleb Cross willing to be an outright sniper? No, which is okay. Power forward's still fine. So Gunderson is the odd man out. Gunderson is absolutely the odd man out. Can I add left wing to what Caleb Cross is doing? Are you willing to add or just outright be a left wing? No. Fuck. Okay. Gunderson's probably out. I think I'm just done with him. Because Waugh and Lindstrom are a good pair. They just need the guy in the middle to take them to the next level. Cross and Shields are a good pair. They just need the accentuating piece. Which in theory, then you're looking at Jorgensen and Schoenmakers. I mean, that's probably it. If they develop into it. I'm perfectly cool with moving on from Gunderson. I have waited for so long for him to figure it out, and he just can't. And then, of course, we can make fourth line changes here at the deadline. We have an injury to our top lefty. Nemec, I'm still disappointed he doesn't shoot more, but his point total's all right. Kaupinen and Goodrow haven't worked too well together this year. But I think we just need to figure out the offense a bit more. So if we have Gunderson that we can use at the deadline, we can actually look now to see what's out there that we could get to replace him with. Does Gunderson work on line 3? He'd be unhappy about it. We would probably have to guarantee him power play and PK time. Chemistry-wise, that won't be good for the PK because he's listed as a sniper and won't change. Again, like, he's not a bad player to have at all. It's just very frustrating that he's supposed to be the goal scorer, and he is just not. Because the problem with that is Shields is supposed to be the playmaker of the line, and he's better at it than Gunderson. They're basically the same player. We need somebody who can bring something a little bit different than what Gunderson brings. And even though we don't have that immediately, we might as well just plug Jorgensen in there so that he develops, has a chance to win the Calder for the back half of the season. And then we just find what we're looking to do for Gunderson. So he's not a bad player. It's just you talk about the way this team is fitting together right now. It's just not there. And it's also my way of testing things out. If it's just like, yeah, fuck player types, fuck whatever, just get the highest rated players in and you're fine. It's also my way of testing out how the mode's working this year. Is there an asset out there, though, of high value? Because we've seen the AI be very unwilling to deal high value assets. It just comes down to, like, if a top-notch player is like, yeah, I'm just not happy here anymore, that's pretty much the only way it's happened. Seattle moving Brewer, McBride, Puka, Mankari. I mean, Seattle's moving a lot of prospects. There's also Doripos, a high 4, 20 years old. Staples. St. Louis is doing the same thing of looking to move prospects. So we could just kind of restock the cupboards a little bit. Kwiatkowski, 75 overall at 18. He's better than anybody Seattle or St. Louis was offering, right? That's not bad. Especially if they're willing to give up a pick, and then we send him out west. Brad Lambert, Jake Neighbors. Honestly, Vancouver. This guy here, 75 overall at 18. Abel Kwiatkowski for the Regina Pats. Got the Scotty for the gifted, by the way. Appreciate you, man. Maybe we go for this guy. He's not terrible. Like Malmstrom and Kane aren't much. Are they willing to move there first? It's relatively inexpensive. Uh-oh. Hello? Okay, there we go. That was being really weird for a minute. Another sniper with 13 goals and 30 assists. Right, but he's young enough that we can try to turn him into whatever we want to turn him into. They can afford this cap-wise. Decent prospect, their first-round pick. Like, I get moving Gunderson is risky, and he'll probably end up winning a cup with Vancouver. But like I said, like, he's just eating into what Shields is doing. So there's no point in having two of the same player, even if, like, oh, well, it's two good players. Like, it's clear that, like, okay, Cross is the guy on that line with Shields. We just got to find somebody else that works a bit better. I mean, it's tough to say works a bit better because of the points. But Gunderson won't change to a playmaker. It's clear that he is a playmaker and not a sniper. Like, we keep setting that goal for 30 goals, and it's not going to happen, but he won't change to a playmaker, so odds are he's not going to develop playmaking abilities, because as it was, he was a sniper with quick fucking stick, for God's sakes. I'm still alright with this idea of moving him. Gotta be honest. I think I'm alright with it. I'm not saying it's a flawless way to view it, but I think we can do okay here. I think we can. Let's safety net this really quickly. Done deal. Gunderson's off to Vancouver. We get a decent prospect and a haul of draft picks from the Canucks. I am perfectly fine with that. He was never going to be the guy that we needed him to be. So get the hell out, is my viewpoint. And that will open up space for Jorgensen to try to be the guy on that line. Especially, too, like, not great for him to be a playmaker. He wasn't willing to switch to anything else right now, I don't think. My recollection. Let's double check. On ice play style. Yeah, he's not willing to change anything right now. We can run playmaker, power forward, playmaker for the rest of the season. And then, like I said, Schoenmakers as a two-way isn't bad. Let's check with Schoenmakers really quickly. Play style, 50-50. Yeah, he's not willing to change either. That's fine. I'm not against that top six. Younger guys, try like hell to develop them. Bottom six is interesting in terms of like investing in some cheap veterans to make it better. I'm going to go best lines for the moment. Do we have a team that was looking to move a bunch of veterans with half-decent ratings? That would be the type of team to pick from here. Carolina, Becker, Barron, Nick Waz down there and willing to come here. All these guys are on expiring contracts. So Waugh, Barron, and Becker, that's a third line right there. Again, giving up assets, not great, but we also need to be cap compliant. So, do I have anybody that I don't really want? I do have those goalies. Nicholson is terrible. Lashoff is terrible. And we know we have those goalies. We can use Leclerc and Ralston here. Might even be able to get a draft pick back for this. And Lindstrom upgrade to a franchise, but that's a good question. I don't even know. Probably because it's overall and he hit the age of 26 would be my guess. Okay, the second rounder won't take. Unless I add a little bit. And yeah, we do have 4 first-round picks. So Nicholson, Lashoff, Leclerc, Ralston in the third for an entire line and a second. Okay, maybe not the second. Even if it's a third, I'd take it. Third won't go through either. They don't want the double goalie, but you're getting the double goalie. What if I take out Leclerc? Quite far off in value. Oof. Am I really? And now I'm a bit off in value. Okay. Well, we won't have to add too much then. What about a 5th rounder? All right. And just like that, we have rebuilt our third line. So we'll at least give... We didn't have to give up too much either. We can at least give the guys that are on this team a chance. Flugans became a two-way, didn't he? No, he's a playmaker. You know, Poirier, man, I think we gave you your opportunity. How's Kaspar been doing so far? He's honestly been okay. How's Engren? He's also been okay. Marjamaki has also been okay. What about Saheshki? So that 4th line we had put together... Poirier's got 25 points, but defensively it's been brutal. And he cleared waivers. So honestly, that lower end 4th line that we've been playing of Kaspar, Engren, Vaheshki has honestly been pretty good. So I think even though Marjamaki's been pretty good, we can probably send him down to the AHL. Just because the other guys don't really have much going for them at the AHL level, so let's just keep them. So if we go best lines, Lindstrom, Schoenmakers, Waugh, Jorgensen, Cross, and Shields. Man, Wad, you beautiful son of a gun. How you been? How you been? Let's take out Jankowski for Kaspar. So Kaspar, Engren, Zahevsky. And we'll go Baron, Wah, Becker as a rebuild third line. I'm good with that. I don't know if it'll be enough to make the playoffs, but I'm willing to see if it is. But yeah, Gunderson I was just done with. Again, like, if he's going to be a playmaker, screw it. Cash out. Maybe Jorgensen can properly develop into that guy. Even then, Jorgensen might not work. Replace the fuel pump on the truck. Oof. Never fun. Never fun having to sink money into the old money pit. AKA the Columbus Blue Jackets.